Previously on Ikigai Rider. I found a box of letters written around 1906 in the loft of my samurai farmhouse in southern Japan. I live here. The writer was a young woman, and she mentions when she was 9, her uncle, for fun, hid a treasure box for her to go to find at a waterfall. Although it was a popular spot at the time, she didn't go. She never went. I don't know how old she was when she wrote these letters, but 20 odd years must have gone by. But he gave clues, and she mentioned these. So I went, and after hours, I eventually found it, or what was left of it. There are keys, she said, which were in a box, and they opened another box hidden by our uncle under the Jinjoji shrine, near to the Tokusen waterfall, which is where I went previously. So I'm going for a ride. I'm going to see if it's still there. I'm not very hopeful because it is 118 years later, but let's have a look.
I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Looking back on how I used to be, I always thought that love was made for me. Oh, I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs, singing tired love songs. Even when my teardrops start to
This is one of two giant 4-meter high nearly statues in clay that protect this. Now this is the original walkway. This is a 1,000-year-old bridge, and it's in perfect condition, obviously apart from the moss. All of this used to be beautiful steps and moss, but they've had a massive storm. For the first time in hundreds of years, it actually washed away the pathway. And that's all that's left is one post. This is how it used to look in the 50s and 40s. It was quite pretty, but look, it's completely messed up now. I can't see how anybody can repair this. The money involved would be absolutely huge. It's so sad, really. Even the statues have been washed away. Looking up there is where you're supposed to walk through the middle of the torii. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if there's another way to get up to the top walking. I hope so. So this is about 50 meters away on the right. The river is on the far left in front of you. This is an old tea room, and you can tell the last time it was used because there's a tiny sign. I stuck my head in the door. There's a tiny sign that says 500 yen. Now, normally it would be 5,000 yen for a tea. That koi carp is about 400 years old as well. This is so ancient and so old. It's just quite wonderful though to stand here. Coming up this is part of the same walkway, the pathway that leads from the bottom, 1.5 kilometers or something. And coming up here is just beautiful. This is how all shrines and temples, I think, should look, but this is completely unmaintained. There's no one alive left. The priests are gone. There's nobody here. But what a wonderful place. So, moment of truth. Now I've got to look under here and see if I can find a box that I can put specifically said under the shrine. So there's two shrines, there's this one and the one up top. Now sadly it looks like they repaired this, they lifted the whole thing up, rebolted it all back together, and they put concrete foundations in. So, and you can see that from the footings there, and look inside, that's a concrete wall, that's precast, 1960s. So no box, there's going to be nothing here from 100 and whatever it was, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. The inside looks sort of maintained, but if you look carefully it's quite grubby. Alright, let's go up to the last shrine and see if there's anything up here. That's a huge graveyard. Looking at this, it's the same story. There's this concrete base. There's nothing underneath, it's empty. So, beautiful oni there. The roof has been repaired a few times, and I would say this is about 60 years old, this roof. But what a wonderful place, look at that. Hundreds of old priests, and there you go, absolutely nothing underneath. So home, and maybe a snack on the way.